Fellas, how y'all doing?
We spent hours on Thursday with two men who asked only to be referred to by their street names, Dirty Harry and Cartier Glockboy, as we took a tour of one of the roughest neighborhoods in Southwest Baltimore, Carrollton Ridge. How did you get into the streets?
So to be honest, the streets was in my house. The streets poured all the way off in my house to the point where I ain't had no locks on the door, the windows didn't close, and it was just 24 hours. So it became normal.
According to court records, Dirty Harry was released from incarceration in 2022 after serving 7 years and 10 days in prison for armed carjacking. Both men say they grew up here and had a front row seat to drug dealing. Despite that, they now say they are fighting every day to stay off the street corners and do the right thing. As they are in their fight, both individuals say they see young men in the neighborhood that feel they have limited options to survive. As somebody who's been in the game, knows it well, I mean, what's your opinion about these group violence interrupters and some of this other, diversion activists that you heard, that I've heard, who's out here in the streets?
Oh, you talking about like the safe streets and the no shoe zone?
That's
and
right.
And what Black Lives Matter and all that?
That's right.
Yeah, where the is they at? Where are they? They ain't out here doing anything. If Black Lives Matter, there wouldn't be so many homeless people or hungry people out here. They walking around chanting like they just throwing a party to me.
You feel like it's just a political movement, or do you feel like they actually care about people like you to get out of these sorts of conditions?
I mean, to me, they just chasing a non-profit grant. They ain't feed not a soul out here.
For the past 2 weeks, Baltimore's been in the national spotlight because of a feud between Maryland Governor Wes Moore and President Donald Trump. The battle started over the governor saying Baltimore doesn't need crime-fighting support from the National Guard, which is currently underway in the nation's capital. During their public fight, Moore invited the president to a crime walk. The president responded.
Baltimore, Wes Moore was telling me I want to walk with the president. Well, I said, I want to walk with you too someday. But first, you got to clean up your crime, because I'm not walking in Baltimore right now. Baltimore is a hellhole.
Using similar messaging he has throughout his media blitz, Moore responded on CNN.
And the problem is we are seeing a lack of seriousness from the President of the United States to a very serious situation. And that's why I invited him to come to Baltimore, to come be educated, to come learn, so he doesn't have to spout nonsense from the Oval Office and things that are just blatantly not true about what is actually happening and the work that's happening in coordination to make people feel safer in their neighborhoods.
Meanwhile, back in Baltimore with Dirty Harry and Cartier Glockboy. Have you seen the governor, have other colleagues and people who are out here in the streets?
Only thing I seen recently just only flaggers. I've never seen the governor out here in the streets.
I mean, so what do you make of that? I mean, they're saying that they're out here trying to, discourage group activity, discourage these things and provide alternatives. I mean, are they?
Where? I haven't seen them. What are they discouraging? Everybody else from wanting to even ask them for any help? They don't have no access to them on a personal level, even through a secretary.
As the three of us continue to walk through Southwest Baltimore, a community ravaged by crime and drugs for decades, the sense of hopelessness expressed by two men in their mid-30s was clear. Both men say they're trying to pursue a life in music and modeling to pay their way out of Baltimore and Maryland. They say they refuse to stop pressing on despite their community, their neighbors, having little to live for.
All they know is these back alleys. It's the life that we know here in Baltimore. It's numbing, but then you think about it, some people, when they go up getting their feelings, they can't control themselves. They're not strong enough, and then they just give up.
We are going to continue to examine all sides of Baltimore's continued issues with crime, violence, and open-air drug markets in our pursuit to understand what's working and what is not. I'm Gary Collins with Spotlight on Maryland.
Tonight, a senior advisor and communications director for Governor Moore responded to Spotlight on Maryland's questions. He says Governor Moore has been clear that public safety is his #1 priority, and he's focused on making sure everyone feels safe in their own communities. The statement goes on to say Governor Moore will continue his all-of-the-above approach to combat crime.